with this, let's move on and let's connect with the first management onto the show. We are being joined by Mr. Angan Guha, who is the CEO and MD of Birlasoft, joining us on the show. Mr. Guha, firstly, congratulations on a good set of numbers, and even the street seem to be liking what you have delivered in Q3. But the biggest headline for us definitely remains the outlook, because you are signaling that Q4 is expected to be better versus Q3. If you can start by highlighting how are you seeing the demand environment overall improving, and what factors could be at play in the times going ahead?
So, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. Look, Q4 for us, when I say will be better than Q3, it is in signings. We are confident of delivering better signings, which is order book, in Q4 rather than Q3. On the revenue bit, I can't really comment because it'll be all about how do we execute in quarter to see where we finally land up at. Our endeavor is to kind of create pipeline, deliver order book, and that is what we are really focused on in 4Q. So demand environment is pretty much steady. I don't think there is any meaningful change on the demand environment. At least the clients that we serve still face a lot of uncertainty in terms of the tariff, in terms of the other headwinds that they are seeing in the business. So we'll have to wait and watch if things change. But for now, I think it is pretty much the way it was in the past couple of quarters.
So, Mr. Guha, what you're telling us is that demand environment has largely remained stable in the third quarter. By when do you expect this to improve, or perhaps it is likely to remain unchanged for the next few months as well, given the kind of uncertainty that we are expecting and seeing in the global market? Is that what you're penciling in?
Yeah, I think so, because unless there is a big shift in the sentiment or big shift in the market, I don't see the demand environment, changing in a meaningful fashion. Now, depending upon the kind of clients that we serve or the kind of clients that we have in all our sectors, there may be certain sectoral shift that may happen. But by and large, for the industry and what we see in the market, I don't see the demand changing in the foreseeable future.
All right, but Mr. Guha, let me just have a look at segmentally how the company has delivered, and a good surprise coming in from the manufacturing segment. Here we have seen almost a 3% sequential growth, while the BFSI, that segment has declined. The life sciences segment has seen a bit of a marginal decline. Infrastructure did well. Wanted to understand that for Q4, how do you see the segmental performance changing? And where do you see that any particular segment that could be a standout one for you?
Yeah, so from a manufacturing perspective, as you know, for the last almost about 4 quarters, we've not really delivered.
Welcome back, and we were in conversation with the management of Birlasoft on their earnings gone by. And Mr. Guha, coming right back to you, thank you so much for waiting by patiently. It was Prime Minister Modi addressing just before the budget. But coming back to your earnings and the performance, we were just talking about the different segmental performance that we have seen in the Q3. Going ahead, which segment do you believe can outperform the rest?
Yeah, so we were speaking about the manufacturing segment, right? So the manufacturing segment, if you look at it, for us has underperformed for the last 3 or 4 quarters. Now, this quarter was an aberration. A certain set of deals that we had won about 2 quarters ago started ramping up, which is why we have seen the uptick in performance, both in manufacturing as well as ERP. I feel Q4 for manufacturing will still be soft, but we will see growth coming back in manufacturing, maybe Q1 or Q2 onwards. Now, as far as the other sectors are concerned, I think BFSI will continue to stay strong. BFSI, as you know, had a furlough quarter in Q3, so that will bounce back in 4Q. Energy utilities for us, again, will be strong. I think our issues will be manufacturing and healthcare. And we will work on those two verticals to get those two verticals back to growth, hopefully by Q1 or Q2.
Mr. Guha, Shesha this side also wanted your thoughts on margins because EBIT margins this quarter have been very strong at that 16.3% mark. I understand there were some one-offs. You also enjoyed currency tailwinds in the quarter gone by. But going forward, what is your outlook when it comes to margins, both for the fourth quarter of this year and for FY27 as well?
Yeah, so Shesha, we don't give guidance, as you know. Our job is to execute for the quarter, which we will continue to do. Margin performance has been very, very good. I think I'm proud of the team. They have really executed well. But like you also suggested, we had a good tailwind thanks to the currency movement and also some one-offs. I would think that our sustainable margin levels are between the 15 to 16% range, and then we will work to improve from there. While we don't give a guidance, I'm feeling good that we now have delivered quite great margins. We will continue to focus on that. And Shesha, we will also invest in our business. We are hiring a lot more people on whether it is sales capability. We are building for it. Our investments in the rest of the world is now turning positive. As you would have seen, that region has delivered growth for us. So in general, we are feeling good. We will continue to focus on execution, and we will also continue to invest in our business.
Outlook continues to remain very positive and you are expecting demand environment to improve going forward. That's the word coming in from the management of Birlasoft. Mr. Guha, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of the show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Buy now, sell now will come up next.